Ekranların en uzun soluklu sinema programı Sinemaskop'tan herkese merhaba. Yeni filmlerle, sinema dedikoduları ve dosyalarıyla karşınızdayız. Bu hafta oldukça yoğun. Şimdi arkanıza yaslanın ve kendinizi sinema dünyasının büyüsüne bırakın. Başlıyoruz.
When I found you, I saw raw, untamed power. And beyond that, something truly special.
Güç, Jedi, Sith, ışın kılıçları, droidler ve uzay gemileri derken bilim kurgu sinemasının kültleri arasında yer alan Star Wars'un hayranları dünya çapında. Özellikle son 3 yılda 3 Star Wars spin-off'u izledik. Önce Star Wars Force Awakens, sonra Rogue One ve son olarak Star Wars The Last Jedi. Film Force Awakens'ın kaldığı yerden devam edecek. Jedi eğitimlerini sonlandırıp inzivaya çekilen Luke Skywalker'ın Rey tarafından bulunmasıyla başlayacak olan hikayede Rey'in gücü kontrolüne almasını izleyeceğiz. Geçtiğimiz yıl hayatını kaybeden Carrie Fisher da son kez Prenses Leia olarak ekranda görülecek. Ayrıca bugüne kadarki en uzun Star Wars filmi bizi bekliyor. Arka planda kusursuz bir çalışmanın yürütüldüğü 150 dakikalık bu görsel şölenin kamera arkası ekranlarınızda.
Walking up the ramp, walking through the hallway. I flash back to when I was a kid with the action figures inside. Suddenly I had like a big lump in my throat. This is how it gets you.
Camera set, here we go, stand by.
And action!
Ryan is doing many unexpected things and taking characters in new directions.
The individual stories of these characters are elevated and made fresh and new.
That's what I love about Ryan's approach to the story. It's like a real journey of discovery.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 8.
First time shooting with Mark, first time shooting with Daisy. First time shooting a Star Wars movie, and we got some cool stuff.
Sad like a dog whimper. Yeah, that's great.
Ryan's wonderful personality is all over this film.
Wow, there's too many of everybody. I misjudged this.
He has flaws in other areas. I just don't know about them.
There's the weird thing that happens when it's being built, and when you first show up on it, you're kind of overwhelmed by it all, and then you get into the nitty-gritty of working on it.
Ready, and action!
And naturally, that level of it goes away, and you find yourself just focused on making the scene work, getting the shots, and then once in a while you're taking a little break and sitting back and you look around, you get the holy crap moment again. Concentrated work split up by holy craps.
Physically, I never really had to push myself that hard. And stamina-wise, you're like, oh my God. It's like a psychological thing of knowing that you can do it more and more and more.
Daisy is training for a moment where she is on the island and she has a moment to herself and she's practicing with the staff. And then she realizes, well, am I wasting my time practicing with the staff? I have Luke Skywalker's lightsaber in my satchel.
Set.
It's just working out the moves for that.
Action!
I was planning to teach her the whole routine in 3 days, but she surprisingly learned everything in an hour and a half. She's a very quick learner.
This is the hardest physical thing I've done yet. The suit can be very restrictive just to move in, just to walk in. You do the move and you think, gosh, is it lunchtime yet?
Finn and Phasma end up face to face, which results in a major fight. One thing I do want to do is do the whole fight by myself. It was a really good scene to shoot, very tiring though.
What was cool was learning different types of fighting. It was intense and fun, but really hard.
Training yesterday was great, and then today we started and I was just like, ugh. I was watching Adam and he gives it so full out every single time. And it was kind of like, oh my God, I can do that, I can do that.
It's just rigorous in a great way. And these stunt guys are very disciplined, so you can't half-ass it.
The stunt team are absolutely amazing. They're like my boys and girls.
Everybody set. 3, 2, 1.
Action.
Episode 8. Gosh. The first film didn't even have a number.
Ryan has written a story that's unexpected but right. Some of the stuff that happens, people are going to be like, oh my God.
Even though I think I know it all, they throw things at me story-wise I never could have imagined.
And even though everybody knows that it's the second in a trilogy, it feels like its own thing.
Go.
Star Wars is so cool because there's all these creatures and all these amazing visual effects. But all the characters are also so complex.
Ryan needs to work on his Wookiee sounds. It's ridiculous. New director can't even just learn a Wookiee sound.
It feels like the storylines are becoming more established. We're really getting to know these new characters. Also with the characters that we know and love, we're seeing their lives change.
Everything is being shifted in an opposite way to what the audience expected after 7. Ryan's made Star Wars fresh and new.
I'm hoping it'll be a little shocking, but I'm hoping it'll feel real and honest.
It's our most ancient story of good against evil, told in the most fascinating way, but it has a real spiritual depth to it.
It's about family, and that's what's so powerful about it.
We've got animatronics, puppetry, physical effects. Yeah, it looks fantastic.
This is a little evolution of the crystal fox. We'll do a combination of a hand puppet, there'll be animatronics in the face, and then we will make a perfect version for CGI, who will then scan it to be able to bring her to life in any way that Ryan wants.
Sinemaskop'un sonuna geldik. Haftaya aynı gün ve saatte tekrar ekranlarınızda karşınızda olacağız. Sizleri sosyal medya hesaplarımıza da bekliyoruz. Hayatınızı uzun metrajlı yaşamanız dileğiyle. Sinemasız kalmayın, izlemediğiniz filmde kalmasın. Hoşçakalın.